Yo guys, and welcome to a new video. Today I watched episode 1 of season 2 of The Last of Us. Alright, so The Last of Us has officially premiered its second season, and I have to say I deeply love it already again. I have to say I really love this series. It's just incredible. Season 1 was phenomenal. I wasn't as big of a fan as the finale of that series as I was of the rest of the series. I still think the finale of season 1 was pretty damn fucking good, but I did think it was a bit toned down from the rest. I felt like they rushed the ending there a little bit, something I didn't feel when playing the game. I had very much difficulties watching or playing the second game, part 2. Because I just couldn't get myself into the story. I thought it was a pretty bit boring for most of it during the Seattle 3-part days. So yeah, I had a problem with that. So then a few months ago, I was like, the series is coming out. I really need you to see it because I really want to know the entire game before I go into the season. So I played the entire game, and in the end, I loved it. Every choice, even the thing that scares us all that's about to happen in the series as well. So for my series review, if you haven't seen my Daredevil reactions, I can't react to it live anymore because, well, YouTube says fuck you. So I can't do those fan watches anymore. So I just gonna talk about it, give my thoughts, give my ideas on what's to come, give my predictions or something like that, and afterwards we will talk about it. Yeah, so that's what happened. There will be spoilers for the games and the series, so please keep that in mind. Watch the episode first. I will try to keep it as serious as much possible and keep future spoilers from the games out of here, so people who haven't seen or haven't played the games and don't know about what's about to happen in the series don't get spoiled because of what I will be telling about the games. So mostly things that happen in the episode will be spoiled, and things that will happen in the future that I know will happen in the future, I'm not going to talk about those, or I will talk about them very vaguely so you don't know what, or so the people who have played the games knows what I'm talking about, but not the rest. Perfect. All right, then the episode itself. I thought it was a pretty damn strong beginning. The series gets straight up into it. It's just like the games, which I love. They did add some things. There was a scene in the beginning that I didn't notice or didn't know. There were some things that I didn't know, actually. Maybe it's just because I've forgotten it, or maybe it's just because I don't know these things happened. Like the entire scene with Tommy and Ellie, I think that happens, but in a different way during a flashback during the game. So it wasn't there, but it also wasn't in the way that they did it now. Joel fixing the circuit things wasn't in the games. That's one is obvious, I think, because would they let you fix circuits in the game? I have no idea. Normally they didn't, but that was new. And there happened something in the end, which I thought was pretty interesting. There was this flower pot with the fungi, and I can't remember that. I also don't recognize if it was in Jackson itself. It looked like it was, which is interesting. But with the shot that came afterwards from Abby, I do think it was outside of Jackson, like on their path. So that was really interesting. I didn't know what they were trying to do with that because I just didn't know that there was something that they were telling. It really looked like they put the fungi in Jackson, which I don't think will happen because I can't remember anything of that, and that seems like a pretty big fucking deal. But the biggest thing that this episode gives away is, of course, that Ellie is angry with Joel, and I really like how they handled that part of the story because that was really well handled in the game. And I do know from the trailers that there are going to be some flashbacks to know exactly what happened there. And I have to say, it's a pretty damn heartbreaking storyline. It's one of the things I did not like as much in season 1. because I felt that part was a little bit rushed, but they're gonna do it justice in season 2, I think. And that's what I am pretty happy with. If you don't know Abby, if you haven't played the games, good luck. I now have a clearer visual of what this series is going to do in season 2, because they're splitting the game into 2 seasons. But now we know what parts or when it's exactly happening, what we are all afraid of is about to happen or not. And I do think it will. My prediction for next week's episode is that exact thing will happen next week. So next week we'll all be in pain. Deep, deep, deep pain. I don't think they're going to wait any longer. I mean, in the game it came pretty fast. I do think the series will do it pretty fast as well. I mean, they kind of have to move the story along, to get the story going, actually. So I am terrified of what's about to happen. And I am even more terrified of the backlash that it's going to create. And if I see this episode being as popular as the first original season was when it premiered 2 years ago, and I see how popular that was and how infamous some of those choices were, I look at you, season 1, episode 3, that gave some backlash. If that gave some backlash, this will definitely give some backlash, and I am excited and very scared to see what will happen with it. But the episode, yeah, I really like it. It was good. It was interesting. It was great going back. It was great going back to this universe for the series. And Pedro Pascal, the internet's daddy, we all love him, of course, for everything that he does. And he put on a performance of a lifetime in this. I really, really enjoyed how he handled his emotions and stuff like that. So that was really damn nice and really damn interesting to see. And some things were straight out of the game. At some points with Dina, I don't think Isabella Merced looks exactly like her, but so is Bella Ramsey and Ellie. They also look nothing like each other. But there were some scenes, especially in the ending of the episode, when he kissed. I really felt like the backshot of Dina, that was Dina. That was from the game. That was awesome. That felt very wholesome to see. And to see how well they handled that scene, it's pretty great, pretty good. And you can really see how much care and love they put into the series, and I'm really happy that they chose to break the story apart into 2 seasons, because I do think that will be very beneficial for what's about to come. But the only thing I am just scared of is what the fuck will happen next week when a certain thing happens, and I want to know what a kind of nuclear fallout that will create on the internet. All right, how did you like this week's episode? Please let me know in the comments down below, because I'm really excited to hear your opinion on it. I will be back this week for another series, namely the finale of Daredevil Born Again. So please stay tuned for that, and some movie reviews are coming also. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you, and bye bye.